Hello everyone, Porky here, back with another sort of Convallaria video. So we know now that Aisha is next after the Meteor team, so very different schedule from the Taiwan and CN version. They did have Luffy first, then Aisha. So I'm just wondering, how would the schedule change for us? Like, it's already changed with Aisha. Who's going to be after Aisha? Is SP Nana still going to be on the 1st of August, our anniversary? Like, there's a few things to consider. So here's one thing to draw upon. For the Astral Imprints, we just finished Season 3 of Astral Imprints. This is going to come out soon. So we had Favia for Life Fondness, Estra for Cage Mask, and Barbecue Hammer for Team Meteor, which matches our last 3 banners, right? Cage Mask, what was it? Life Fondness, and the Barbecue Hammer, and which really just aligns with our last 3 banners, Estra, Favia, and Meteor Team. So potentially, if we're going off the Astral Imprint season, assuming they don't change this, right? Aisha be next. Aisha's Astral Imprint banner for Season 4 is with Afra and SP Nana, right? We had Afra's Dream Turbidity, Dawnlight, and then for SP Nana, and we had Dawn Moon for Aisha. Like, potentially they could pair them up together. Like, for the CN version, they had those 3 like back to back. So could these be back to back? And could we go like Aisha, Afra, and then straight into SP Nana like this? That's one possibility. And then we'll have like Luffy, Nydia, and everything, right? But that's one thing to think about. But keep in mind, this Astral Imprint season, these banners, it doesn't have to be the same. Like, essentially, our Season 2 changed. Where we had SP Sophia, we had Convallaria, but we skipped Kia. We didn't get Deceptive Shadow. So for Kia, right, we got Livata, and then our Astral Imprint banner on the global version, if you guys recall, was Nirvana, right? So if we just go to the exchange shop, go to the Astral Imprint, yeah, Nirvana, right? Nocturnal Glow, Nightmare Puppet, or Nirvana, which corresponds to, you know, our banners. We had SP Sophia, Convallaria, Livata. What they had was SP Sophia, Kia, Convallaria. So, you know, they skipped Kia, Livata. Why is it Livita here? That sort of makes sense. So could they just change the Astral Imprint banner and not have Aisha's one with Afra and SP Nana? Now, if we're going on this track of like predictions and look at the banners after this, we will have like Luffy, Nydia, and then the collab Marcel and Farlin. So the way they did it in CN is Luffy didn't actually get an Astral Imprint at this time. So what happened was in the next season's Astral Imprint for them, they had Nydia's Astral Imprint with Marcel and Farlin. They had those 3 together. So potentially, what we have left over is we have Nydia's one left over, and Luffy's Astral Imprint has just released on the CN version. So let me get to that. The Astral Imprint for Luffy. So this is the Astral Imprint for Luffy. So it could be Nydia's Astral Imprint, the Nydia's Astral Imprint, Luffy's, and the missing one that we don't have is Kia's, right? Deceptive Shadow. Because eventually, we're going to get Kia for free, right? Kia was released with the dispatch mode, the expedition send out thing that the Taiwan version has. I don't think that's been translated yet, so it could come in that point of time, right? When did I say this was? Going to be like mid-July, August period, so you know that there's still like 1.5 months, 2 months until we'll get Kia and Shaq Lulu. That's what I'm assuming. So in the CN version, they have this lighthouse mode. I did show it on a few of my previous videos, and this is where you can get a Kia and get a Shaq Lulu for free. Remaining one, it doesn't look like it refreshes or anything. So yeah, just get one of them free. Maybe when they release them, they'll put them on like a dual banner for the whales who want to pull for more copies of them. And then that will mean that Kia gets combined, like her Astral Imprint will get combined with those three, like those three together. And then maybe it'll just jump to the collab and have like Marcel, Farlin, Rico, or something like that. I don't know. Maybe Shaq Lulu gets Astral Imprint or something, right? Shaq Lulu Astral Imprint. I don't know. Maybe that they'll get an Astral Imprint to make her like more relevant for the meta, and then have like Shaq Lulu's Astral Imprint with like Marcel, Farlin, or it could be like these two switched around. And then we go back to like their standard Astral Imprint, right? So what was the CN Astral Imprint after that? Let me have a look. Oh yes, it was in the Cornucopia shop. This was the last version, right? What is this? Rico, Credenza, and Parzival, right? So Rico, Credenza, Parzival, and then we go back into the same position as what the CN and Taiwan version goes through. So that's one possibility. Ayesha, Afro, SP, Nana. Like these two might be switched around, and then we'll have like Luffy and Nydia after that. But it does mean we get like a pretty weak anniversary. And I don't know. Would that be good? Like we get one skip banner, and then we're stuck going straight for like SP, Nana, and Luffy, or like they could easily swap this to a different setup. Like the setup, I think, might make them the most money at the moment is if they just shove Luffy in here. They go Ayesha, Luffy, SP, Nana, because they know we want Luffy and SP, Nana, so they as well as Ayesha, and they give it all to us back to back. That'll be the most greediest route, I feel. So my prediction on this is SP Nana should definitely be on the anniversary on the 1st of August. Like, she's the star of the game. I feel like they should definitely give her the anniversary treatment banner. And then it's kind of like a mix between everyone else. Like, it could be anything at this stage. Like, what should I even fill in as the upcoming units? I think the worst setup for us after putting SP INANNA there is we'll have like Luffy next, and then we go like, I don't know, Afra, Nydia. Like, let's put that down as our speculation. That there isn't really anything to go on now for these banners. You guys might say, "Oh, follow the preview, right?" Because the preview, we had Afra first, right? Destroyer, the one Iron Mancer, and then they had Nydia, Shadow Feather Archer. Interesting names. Dika, and then they had Luffy here, the Sparring Prince. Okay, that makes sense. And then they had Ayesha here, like her knight, her sister. And then they had SP Nana, yeah? Should they give us like both sisters at once? I think that would be the most toxic schedule. So I'll just finalize this schedule as it is and put it like Ayesha, Luffy, Afra, Nydia, and then SP Nana. I mean, that they could easily like shove the collab earlier or something, and then push back what, like Afra and Nydia or something. I don't know. Push back Luffy. Yeah, everything else should just follow the CN schedule. Like, I don't really see why they should split things up. Maybe they do it for like more revenue or something. And yeah, so it'll just be like Rico, Credenza, Parzival, SP Samantha, Eucerine, and then SP Mitha, right? Okay, they showed this version as the pixel character. I feel like they should have used this one. This one looks so epic, right? This fat tank. SP Mitha. Dian said it looked like just like a block of bread on the stage, but I don't know. And then we're going to get Camelot. Camelot's probably next after SP Mitha. And we already have seen SP Fakel. So SP Fakel's going to drop sometime soon after Camelot, or maybe they're going to switch these around. And yeah, SP Nungol as well is going to come. She's been confirmed as well. Her pixel art looks really amazing as well. And then, yeah, we'll just get Shaklulu and Kia sometime free. I don't know. Maybe we'll get them from the Lighthouse soon. If you guys don't remember the Lighthouse, remember Kia. Rest in peace. Alright, so that's my prediction on the schedule. I feel like I'm going to be wrong whatever I predict, because devs are just going to pull something and then be like, surprise. We change things up again. Like, our schedule has not really followed CN that much, right? Like, from the start, we had Gloria. They had Gloria as like a double banner during like the CN release, like Gloria and Tiden, or during Taiwan release. And CN didn't even have the Gloria banner by itself. And then we sort of followed, right? We had Ida, and then we already had Momo and Alexia release, and Simona was the same. And then devs decided to switch things up, right? Coco and Akambe got moved before Sophia and August. Remember those times, guys? Remember... Wait, did I spell Sophia wrong here? It was Sophia. Oh, man. What was wrong with my spelling back in the days? Okay, so Sophia there. And then August. Remember people skipping Coco and Kambe because they wanted to save up for Sophia and August. And then we copied the same again. So we had Hasna, Koma, Karis. And then we kicked out Shaklulu and went with Agatha. And suddenly we had SP Rawir skip up ahead before Taia. And then we had Tristan come right after Taia instead of Pamina. Like, we didn't follow this then. So Tristan, Layla. So Tristan, Layla, okay. And then Pamina jumps back in. And then we have SP Sophia. Kia got kicked out of the schedule. So we should move these out there. Kia got kicked out of the schedule. And then we jumped to Convallaria, which makes sense. And then we had Livata, Estra, Favia, Meteor Team. So I feel like we have a string of... We have a string of banners which are essentially like correct. And then they decided, okay, we're going to switch things up again. Actually, I think I had this colored to show like which banners were sort of skipped around. And yeah, I'm just expecting all this to be just mixed up. And hopefully the rest would just go through this. Sorry, go through all the same way there. Yeah, let's go with that, right? Let's go with this schedule. I'll put it on like image. Is it image GR or image G for like a download or something? So you guys can use it as like a, I don't know, like a bingo board or something. All right, I'll leave it at that, and yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's rough for free-to-plays. Okay. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.